This moment is responsible for the Caitlin Clark effect. I don't care how dope the hero is, there can be no hero without a villain, especially when the hero is white and the villain is black. Clark finished her college career as an all-time scoring leader in D1 women's basketball. She held the single-season scoring record and several other women's tournament records. In Caitlin Clark's rookie WNBA season, she did not disappoint. She averaged almost 20 points a game and led the league in three-pointers. But riddle me this. If women's basketball needed a white woman to save it, despite the mostly black talent like WNBA champions Lisa Leslie, Swin Cash, Candace Parker, and Caitlin Clark's hero Maya Moore, who helped build it, then why weren't Kelsey Plum, Sabrina Ionescu, or Breanna Stewart enough? These chicks are ballers. Caitlin Clark had to break Kelsey Plum's records to be at the top of women's college basketball. Breanna Stewart helped lead UConn to 2 undefeated seasons. Sabrina Ionescu led her Oregon Ducks to their first D1 Final Four, becoming the only college basketball player, man or woman, to have over 2,000 points, 1,000 assists, and 1,000 rebounds in her career. All of these women are also WNBA champions, but somehow none of these women got the type of media attention that would put butts in the seat, nor did they get private planes or $28 million shoe deals. The WNBA's biggest fan, Kobe Bryant, didn't even sway fans the way you would think. But this moment right here changed everything. Protecting delicate white women, even white women athletes, from scary black people is as old as time.
Some rough girls from Rutgers, man. They got tattoos and some hardcore hoes. That's some nappy-headed hoes.
We're not bar fighters. We're not thugs. We're not monkeys. We're not street fighters.
I don't fit the narrative. I don't fit in the box that y'all want me to be in. I'm too hood, I'm too ghetto. Y'all told me that all year.
And the only thing the media loves more than trashing black women is pitting white women and black women against each other. But maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it's not about protecting delicate white women. Then explain to me why the media didn't get behind Paige Bueckers. Have you seen this girl play? She's one of the most exciting guards we've seen in recent memory. She's a force on the offensive and defensive sides of the ball, and she reminds me a lot of another guard from a very similar background. And when UConn met Iowa in the Sweet 16 in 2021, UConn beat Iowa handily 92-72. Bueckers balled out and had a triple-double in that game, which culminated in the 2021 ESPY Award for Best College Female Athlete, where she gave this speech.
With the light that I have now, as a white woman who leads a black-led sport and celebrated here, I want to show a light on black women. They don't get the media coverage that they deserve. They've given so much to this sport and the community and society as a whole, and their value is undeniable. And in the WNBA last season, the postseason awards, 80% of the winners were black, but they got half the amount of coverage as the white athletes. So I think it's time for change.
Now, maybe this speech didn't win Paige any fans with the media. Maybe it was because she was out for over a year with a knee injury. Or maybe it's because Paige's family is black and she doesn't really fit the type of image the media likes to support. Before Ringgate. That doesn't quite roll off the tongue, but I'm going with it. Black women players did attract some media attention to the league, but it was on the heels of major news stories centering black trauma. Despite being paid a fraction of what the men are making, WNBA players were among the first to boycott games in support of victims of police brutality in 2020. With their support, the hashtag Say Her Name started trending, which brought attention to cases like Breonna Taylor's. Brittany Griner's detention in Russia also brought a groundswell of attention to the league. To bring awareness to her case, the hashtags FreeBG and WeAreBG started trending, all leading up to Ringgate. So yes, Caitlin Clark is an undeniable talent, but there would be no Caitlin Clark effect without Angel Reese. Leagues have historically been built on rivalries. The WTA was built on Bobby Riggs versus Billie Jean King, then Navratilova versus Everett, and then Venus and Serena versus everybody. The men's tour was built on McEnroe Connors, Agassi Sampras, and then the Big Three. And the NBA was absolutely built on Magic versus Bird. And for whatever reason people root for their favorite team or player, the passion is real. We're not even going to talk about college sports or the NFL. But maybe this rivalry will create the world we all want to see. A world where Brittany Griner doesn't have to go overseas and risk her life and freedom to make money. Maybe this helps expand the conversation around the LGBTQIA community and the idea that femininity, like blackness and other identities, are a spectrum. Maybe this rivalry will help amplify other voices besides Caitlin Clark, Angel Reese, and Don Staley, so they don't have to be the ones speaking up all the time. I don't know, I'm just dreaming. But for now, it's a beautiful thing to see these amazing athletes finally being celebrated. It's a long, long time coming.